Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? This is your girl, Alanda, the entrepreneur, aka Media Boss Goldie. And as I've always said, and I'll say it again, I am a writer, speaker, personal and professional development coach, and a media manager. And what I do, I combine mostly all the skills that I have acquired over the last lot of years, a few decades, and use them to help creatives get on their path of success. I also assist with a lot of small businesses and help getting resources. I do not know all the answers because I'm a business owner myself. So what I do and other people that are in a group with me, what we learn, we pass on the information. And what I do, I create these videos to help others that are online that is not in the town we live in or near me or close to me. I create these videos to help others in a personal development. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my page. If you're looking at this video, you are in my realm, which means you are a Patreon member or you're thinking about being a member. But either way, you're going to have access to this entire series once this is up and pulled all together. Because the information that I will be using and sharing will be in one place. You don't have to go looking all over, right? Anyway, I haven't decided if I want to do it on Patreon yet. But anyway, this will all be on Patreon as well. And I'm going to use points of being a 5 qualities of being a leader. And so this video is going to be short. So I'm going to have 5 videos put together that's going to explain the qualities of a leader. And what the reference I'm using is from a college that has have a business course, and it's Northeastern. I'm not sure if it's Northeast, but it's Northeastern University. Anyway, so what I'm using is a reference point to explain my points because I need you all to really understand about being a leader and what that looks like. And there are books out there saying effective leadership training. There's things about being an effective leader, things like that. I want to break it down to the points of my experience. And one thing I do want you all to really understand and get that being a leader is not just having a bunch of people behind you telling you, like egging you on or supporting you in everything that you do. Being a leader has a lot to do with knowing how to lead people that will challenge you, that will go against you. Being a leader is staying in your space, holding your space, and securing your space that you obtain the information you have, you share it the way you want, and you are not threatened by anybody coming up behind you because all leaders have to there's no expiration on leadership, right? You are always a leader, but you can be a leader in several different places. You do not have to be a leader in your particular organization. CEOs jump from place to place. If you look at news anchors, place to place, people acquire businesses. This is also a part of a thinking that you have that you can acquire the money or the wealth that you want. So being a leader, that's part of being a leader, knowing that you are deserving and you can possess anything you want. You can manifest anything you want, right? So one of the points I wanted to say, and today is going to be about personal development, and you have to understand to be a leader, you have to acknowledge that you need work constantly. You do not have all the answers. You are not at a certain point in your life that you've acquired everything you need to acquire. You're not too old to learn. There used to be my mother years ago drew a picture of a dog, and it can't teach old dogs new tricks, right? And they said you can't teach new dogs new tricks. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can. And the older you are, the more open you are to acquiring knowledge, and you totally accept the fact that you don't know anything. That's wisdom. So in order to have personal development and acknowledge it, you have to have the wisdom to understand that you can learn. You are not too big to learn. You can have a doctorate degree. You don't know everything because you got a doctorate degree. I hear a lot of people that proud themselves on being a leader because they have these credentials, but they do not know how to connect in the community they live in. So because you have these credentials and the people around you that you want to lead does not make you their leader. This is part of the reason in poverty-stricken neighborhoods why the leaders are gangbangers, why the leaders are drug pens, why the leaders are maybe somebody on that block that cook all the food or sell things or boost whatever. When I say boost, I'm talking about selling. Maybe that's who they leader because that's who they look up to, because this person may acquire a certain type of neighborhood, a hood status that they would like to have. Me a professional, I just can't walk into somebody's neighborhood and say, hey, I'm gonna teach you all how to get out of poverty. They're gonna be like, okay, what you got? Since you're gonna teach me, you must have money. I want to see it. That is the mentality. So the part of the personal development is you have to understand who and what you are, and are you in a space to grow and get bigger than where you are? Can you do that? That's the part of personal development. Another thing of personal development, you have to ensure that your household is before you go anywhere, before you do anything, you have to maintain a household. Even if it's just you and a dog, you still got to maintain a household. I'm watching the show, I had it on before I started doing this, Hoarders. To be an effective leader, you cannot be a hoarder. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm not saying that I know people like this, but if you have all these things. Some people are very professional, very well spoken, and they go home and their house is a mess because up here they can't get their mind right because they have a lot of baggage, a lot of things they have not unpacked over the years. And part of my experience, I am a certified life coach from Master Force Academy, and part of the work was we are our first client always, every day. I am my first client. For a long time, I'm my only client, but now I am my first client. I had a couple more there. They're done. Now I am looking for a couple of more clients to bring on to do work and to develop them in their path. So you have to really get that you have to do the work. So in order to be this leader and you want to get in you want to do your personal development or to work on yourself, that's a priority. That's one of the first things when you get up in the morning. I used to do an exercise of mirror work. When you get up in the morning and you look at yourself, what is the first thing you do before you brush your teeth? What do you say to yourself? Mirror work is very, very important because you get to look at yourself and see maybe what you did not want to see, or you get to observe. You have to really look yourself in your own eyes and just say, I love you. You may not have ever heard that. And so these are the type of things that's very important. See, what the list I'm going off of is a structured list for people that are in business. I'm using it as a point of reference because this is a reference that I'm using it to pretty much structure what I'm saying, because what I'm saying helps you from the inside out. What they do is help you on the surface of their right brain thinking. I am on the creative side of thinking. I want you to totally get that you are a total human being having a human experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Whatever your religious affiliation or spiritual practice is, you are still having a human experience. So when you have an human experience, you still have everyday things that happen to you. You got things that are going on in your life that that you got to deal with. Even if you're paid to go speak, even if you got all this wealth of knowledge, but you are a mess. You are a mess. You may just had an argument with your parents or something or whatever. You have to go speak, and you got to get into your right mind. You might have just broken up with a mate. You still got to go and be this leader that everybody on the outside knows you. And you can't share this with them because, in a way, it's not that you're showing weakness, but you are bringing your problems to the forefront, which means a lot of people will see that as you can't help me. People would judge you off of what you share. So if you are going through and you decide during your time, while you're speaking or while you are leading or teaching a class or whatever it is you're doing, and you bring in your personal life and you explain and you talking and you go all the way south with a conversation while you're busy trying to do something in a class, a seminar, a workshop, they're going to look at you like, okay, somebody's going to connect with you. That one somebody, but you just lost a whole room of people because you brought your business on the forefront. They come to hear you to bring some solutions or bring some knowledge to them. So when you are doing this, your priority is your personal development. When you have personal development, you are constantly checking in with yourself, making sure you're okay. There's a saying that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You want to help the community? Great. All right, let's do a tally. Let's count up what's going on in your life, and can you help people after you realize that everything here is in check? Did you get up this morning? Did you eat proper breakfast? Did you meditate? Did you pray? Whatever way you do it. Did you get up? So first day you get up in the morning, did you meditate? Did you pray? That's pretty much, you want to ground yourself before you do anything. How did you wake up in the morning? Did you wake up in some turmoil? Were you still fighting from last night? Did you have some issues before you went to sleep? Are you angry? Check in with yourself. Okay, so you check in with yourself is good. You eat your breakfast. Do you have food in your house? Are your kids hungry? Did you get your kids off to school? Is something going on that's preoccupying you right now? These are the type of things you got to check in with yourself, because if you want to go help people, I'm going to tell you, hold on, let me back up. You check in with yourself. Make sure your household is good. Have you taken care of everything you need to take care of, including yourself first? Now you're on your way out, and you're going to show up in maybe a food pantry, or maybe a school, or maybe somewhere you're doing some community work, and you helping, or you are a psychologist, you are a professor. Is your household peaceful before you leave? Basically, there's a lot of things you could check off. Is your household peaceful? What type of state of mind are you in before you are going out helping people? Is your cup empty? Are you tired? Are you drained? Are you feeling depressed? And you're going out to help people. People believe going out to help other folks and make you feel better. It does, for temporary. It does make you feel better. Excuse me, I'm drinking my shake. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. But then you go home and you're back to square one. I did that for several years. I lived in a household where it was very toxic. It was toxic. We had our good times. Not gonna lie and say it was bad every day, but it was toxic for the most part. I went to church. That was my peace. I stayed in church because that was my peace. I liked being in church. I did not want to be home. I was uncomfortable in the house. So I went to church. I felt that I was in the ministry. I was doing well. I was helping. I was doing all types of stuff, because the more I was out of the house, the more I felt needed, because I wasn't feeling needed in the house. Okay, so my priority was not taking care of myself. It was not personal development. It was more of me escaping. So if you're trying to be a leader to escape, you are not an effective leader. You're not taking care of yourself. Okay, so these type of things you want to keep in mind when you are prioritizing your personal development. You want to make sure that you are good. And there's nothing wrong with being self-centered about it. You want to make sure you take naps. You want to make sure that you're well rested. You moisturizer. I do a video every once in a while. Moisturize, hydrate, and mind your business. Are you doing any of those things? Are you moisturizing? Are you hydrating? Are you minding your business? When I say moisturize, that is self-care, right? Self-care on your outer being. Self-care. Are you moisturizing? I say moisturize because that's pretty much you massaging your face, going to get a massage. You do a lymphatic drain. You drain, like right now, I have to do it because I feel some nasally things happening. But are you draining this? Are you taking care of you? Are you doing yourself, giving yourself facials? Are you, taking a shower, sitting in a bath? Are you reflecting, meditating? That's moisturizing. Hydrating, same thing. That's still self-care. You are taking it out. You are, drinking water. You're resting. You are in water. You know what I mean? Hydrating is you put replenishing. Moisturizing is replenishing your being and minding your business. Minding your business will ensure that you are making self-care your top priority. Okay? Your personal development is top priority. So when you self-care, you're reading, you resting, you taking in, you have taken a moment for yourself. You are allowing people to be whatever it is that they want to be. You're allowing them, you're giving them a space. Do you realize the more you accept yourself, the more you accept other people? The more you hear them saying what they really want to say, the more you are accepting of yourself, the more you allow people to say crazy stuff to you, and you're like, okay, you could tell them about themselves. I'm not saying don't say nothing, but you could like, okay, you listen to them, and then you could talk to them. But setting boundaries is self-care. Personal development is self-care. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're being selfish. No, you can't let them tell you being selfish. So here's the thing. You can let people tell you that you're being selfish, because guess what? If they notice you're selfish, they're selfish and they're calling you out for being selfish, because obviously they want something without giving something. So you being called selfish is a reflection onto them. I hope this help you. Come back. I will let you all know on my social media when the second video will be posted, and the second video will be is helping when you go out and help others. Personal development for yourself. The second video I will be posting maybe in a few days is helping others with their personal development, knowing when to be a mentor, knowing to give people room to grow. This is what the next video is going to be about. I hope this helped you. The references that I use, I have several different books, and I'll put them all in the links. Put a link on things that I read on a daily basis, the books that I have. I am an avid reader. I also do card readings for myself. I don't do it for other people. I am like I said, I am certified in my life coaching. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say Microsoft certified because I was at one point. And then let's see what else. I do card readings, but I do that mostly for myself. I know someone that does it professionally, and I also have courses out. So I will put that out. I have a course out for Empower to Dream. It's on my Patreon. I have my courses out for Power to Dream. I have a course, the Genius Protection Plan, which is the first three modules of Genius Protection Plan. It pretty much, it goes deeper into the reprogramming your belief system. Is actually taking you inside of the work of personal development. It's a personal development course. It is extensive. It's very long. It has a lot of references in there. It's pretty much a companion to Empower to Dream. So yeah, I will put all those links in there. I hope you all are having a great day. Thank you so much for following my channel. Hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mama them. And we do have Patreon. So if you want like to follow me on Patreon, as well as follow any of the Triphoenix media that we have going on as far as the radio and Dub City News, follow us on Patreon. You can become a member. There's different tiers of becoming a member. So please support. Let me tell you, the radio station, we pay out of pocket every month. We had donations that help offset some of the costs, but by all means, you are assisting us to get the word out. This is not lining our pockets. Although we would like to get paid salaries, we're not there yet, but we would love to keep this going because we got a lot of information that we want to share, especially me. I have a lot of information I would like to share too. So thank you all so much for tuning in. This is your girl Goldie, and till the next video, holla.